There is a girl inside of me that I have been afraid to let be seen. And if I don't let her out, I'll never know love and what it means. Oh, I ain't afraid no more. I'm gonna let it show. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Introvert Perspective. I am your host, Chantel, and thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so happy that you made it. On today, we just want to talk about something that recently came up, and it was in reference to a saying that I've heard often and things that I've said in my own life. Something to the effect of, it's not for me. If you've ever said that, or maybe been around someone who said that or has been saying that recently, then this is a podcast that you want to hear today. So stay tuned, stick around, and you'll hear more about it. So I received a revelation recently after hearing someone say that something wasn't for them, and they kept repeating it over and over and over again, and I'm like, what? And I recall saying that myself multiple times. But the revelation that I received is one that I believe a lot of people need to hear. And I just pray that this actually transform the way that you think about things that you quote unquote think that aren't for you, and ultimately shifts your perspective. Thus, this is the introvert perspective. So, welcome, come on in, have a seat, take some notes, and definitely let this be some homework for you because I don't want you leaving off of any of my podcasts and episodes without having some information, definitely key facts, but also I want you to be able to take away a key or two or all of them, whatever I may have in each episode. But today I want to start off by just saying that the revelation that I received, my goodness, blew my mind because it's something that I've been guilty of saying as well. So I'm not pointing the finger. I am not putting anybody on the spot, nor am I passing judgment because it's something that I've done, but it's also something that I am learning from, but also willing to grow and share what I'm learning because I don't want to harbor all this information and knowledge that I'm receiving. There's no point. I want to help you just as much as it is helping me. So when I get something, typically I'm going to record it. I'll let you know if it's something that I feel is truly beneficial to the community, not just personally. So definitely take some time to let that soak in. So what I wanted to talk about was I was hearing someone say that something wasn't for them. And this particular thing that they were speaking of was, I believe, it was teaching. They've never thought of themselves as a teacher, which is ironic because I tuned in more when they said that because I've been the same way. I've always felt like I'm not a teacher, I'm not a leader, I'm not this, I'm not that, and I've said it so much to the point where I started to believe that. And that right there, guys, is the number one trick of the enemy. He is very divisive. He is very sneaky. And something as simple as planting a seed of doubt or anything that'll get you off your path. Oh, he's going to do it. So that little lie, that is a lie right there, saying that you aren't something. I'm going to tell you why, because the revelation that I received was the things that we say that we aren't 99% of the time, guys. That is actually who we are. So the topic of this particular episode today is it's not for you because it is you. And that was a revelation that I received and it just opened up my eyes so much and I feel like I have to share this. It's not something that I want to share. I have to. I've got to get it out there. You need to know it so that you can stop saying that stop saying stuff that actually is hindering you from going forward and moving past your fears or getting you out of the rut that you're in right now. Because if you're searching for what most people are searching for now is what their purpose in life is, their true identity is normally wrapped up in the things that we say that we aren't, if that makes sense. So go with me here. I'm gonna take you somewhere, and I just pray that you're following, you're listening, and it's something that's understandable, and is in both just something that makes more sense to you. That makes sense. If it resonates with you, perfect. If not, it's okay. We can definitely grow from there. But I've been running away personally from leading, from teaching, just from doing what I thought wasn't me. I've always felt like, you know what, I'm not a leader. I'm more of a follower, not necessarily of people, but I just don't want to be in the limelight. I don't want to be a supervisor or a manager. I'm okay with just coming to work, doing my job, and going home. No paperwork, no unnecessary nonsense that goes along with being in a supervisory role or management role. I've always felt that that wasn't the case, but I've always had people, which is, now that I'm thinking about it, have been telling me what I am or who you are. And think about that. Listen to what I just said. There are people who, if you don't remember, think back, who have told you who you are, but you dismiss them because it's something that you feel like, no, that's not me. I'm not really interested in that. That's not who I am. I can't see myself doing that. But people often see you for who you truly are. It is the hardest for us to see who we are, to know what we're actually good at, the things that people truly see in us. We don't see that. Unless they actually tell us or we ask them for their honest feedback, we will never know. And I actually had several people tell me over the course of years of working in different industries that I should be in a supervisory role or in a leadership position. And because I didn't believe it, I just brushed it off and I didn't think twice about it. I'm like, no, that's not me. It's not for me. And the older that I get, but also the wiser that I get because I'm looking and seeking for more knowledge. Um, if you know anything, if you've gone to church, even if it's a few times, I can guarantee you have heard, my people perish for lack of knowledge. That's biblical. And it's the absolute truth because we don't know. What we don't know, that's the easiest way for Satan to trip us up. That's the easiest way for him to actually keep you in poverty, in oppression, to keep you on a dead-end job, to keep you in that bad, toxic relationship, to keep you in these situations and circumstances that are above us. If you don't know, you're never going to venture out, to find out what's really for you and what really isn't, to find out what the truth is versus the lie that the enemy has been telling you all these years. So I know that was a little bit of a tangent, so forgive me. Sometimes I may veer off. I got to go where the Holy Spirit leads me. So just flow with me. This just coming out right now. So just catch it where you can. Listen to it on the replay. I promise you, you'll get more out of it. But I'm telling you, when I realized that I actually am a teacher. I am a leader. I love being in that role because I've actually been forced into those roles, not even willingly. And I'm like, what? And that happened recently within the last year. And I was kind of forced into like a training role on my job. It wasn't for a long period of time, about a week, but I didn't ask for that. I didn't want that responsibility. But as I went through it, I'd say about day 2 or 3, I was shocked at how much I actually enjoyed training, teaching, and just being a leader by an example on my job. Like, I didn't ask for that position. I didn't ask for that role, but it was given to me obviously because what? Because my supervisor saw that I am a leader. She saw that I can train. She saw that I'm great at what I do and what I actually bring to the team and to the actual place of employment where I work. So with that being said, I was placed into a role that I really wasn't, I didn't ask to be in, but I actually found out that I really enjoyed it. So it made me think twice about, you know what, if a position does open up in reference to maybe training or a supervisory role, I would more than likely apply for it because now I have a better sense of awareness and also just a newfound joy for training, for leading, for teaching people because I take it seriously. I don't take my job lightly. I take it very seriously and probably more seriously than most. And they probably will tell you that just by from working with me. They'll tell you, hey, when I'm at work, I'm at work. Like I'm not playing. I'm here. I'm on business. This is my assignment. I'm going to do what I need to do because I'm doing my work as unto the Lord because that's why I'm here. This is a resource, but it's also an assignment. So I got to do what I got to do. So you do the same. You go to work with that same attitude. You do what you do with that same attitude. It's not about you. So the moral of this whole episode today, guys, is we have got to stop saying that we aren't this or there's certain things that aren't for us. Now, don't take it out of context. What I'm referring to is strictly in terms of your identity. The introvert perspective is about promoting, just healthy ways for you to, one, identify who you are, but definitely just know your purpose, your role in this world, because we are all here on purpose to fulfill a purpose. And if we don't know what that is and we're not operating in that, it will reflect in the lives that we are currently living because it's going to show up. You're unhappy because why? You don't know who you are. You don't know what you're supposed to be doing with your life. And that is what I'm here to do, to enrich, to uplift, to just give you life lessons that I've learned, but definitely revelation that I've received that I feel will truly benefit you, if not as much as it has for me, but more. So I thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode because guess what? What that thing is, if you take some time to write it out, just take out a pen and paper, think back to everything that you may have said that isn't for you in terms of things that are connected to your identity. I'm not talking food, I'm not talking drinks, none of that. We're talking about who you are as an individual, your personality, the root of you. So take some time to look at that, look it over, and I can guarantee one or two things. You are either operating in what you claim that wasn't for you a few years back or however long ago, or two, you're looking into getting into that field or into another direction of what you used to think wasn't for you. That's where I'm at now. Like I'm looking for leadership opportunities. I'm looking for teaching and mentoring opportunities. Why? Because I realized that I've been saying it wasn't for me, but truth be told, it is me. And that is what I'm trying to get you to see through a different lens is the thing that you say you aren't is actually who you are. You are a teacher. You are a leader. You are a speaker. You are a mentor. You are a coach. Fill in the blank, dot, dot, dot. Whatever that is you. Don't let the enemy trick you from this day forward. Today is the last day that you are going to accept that something isn't for you when truth be told deep down, that's actually who you are. And it is truly something that you want to do and you would be happy and fulfilled doing it. But the enemy does not want you to know that. So I'm here to tell you exactly how it is so you can go and be you. So I'm not going to hold you any longer. I know it's been a few minutes. I wasn't expecting this to be that long, but I thank you so much for tuning in to the Introvert Perspective. Again, I am Chantel, your host. Please just be on the lookout for the next episode that will be released possibly next week. I'm not exactly sure, but it may be sooner. But I just want to let you know to please choose to vibe higher because that's the way that we're going. Love you guys. Take care.